Let's start with your name. Where did your name come from?
Well, I had a barber when I was 7 that I've been going to, since then. He had came up to me one day and was like, "You look like a Smitty." That's really how it happened. So I really been going with it. Then later on down the line, I found out my granddad was actually called Smitty because his last name is Smith. So that's what made me stick with it.
Now, where are you from?
Atlanta.
What's your opinion of the state of rap music right now in Atlanta?
To be honest, I feel like trap bass. I don't really feel like it's music, but it ain't really the type of music I would listen to. I like stuff that ride more, that's more soulful. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's basically all trap bass. Everything sounded like damn near.
Now, why do you think that is? Do you blame the music industry for that? Do you blame a reflection of society for that? Why? Because there used to be soulful stuff. There used to be stuff like Outkast and that sort of thing, and that type of music.
I would say it's more. It was really on what we chose that music. We as a community as a whole people, I feel like we chose it because that's what we allowed them to put out. We really pick and choose because we the ones requested.
Now, do you see it changing? Do you see it in your forecast? Do you see it maybe going back to some soulful stuff, or do you see it being just trapped out for some more time?
Yeah, of course I do. You got artists like Scotty ATL. I like his music a lot because it's different. It ain't just trap. It ain't trap. It's like soulful. That's the only way I could put it. Like something you could pop in at a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? And everybody feel good.
Now, give me a tour of the city of Atlanta for someone that's never been there before. Let's start with the food. Favorite food spot in the city?
My favorite food spot, damn. That would have to be, I'm a hot wing regular, Southside, normal dude. I like hot wings, but favorite food spot, Fox Bros, they barbecue pretty good. They're real good. It costs a lot, but you know what I'm saying, they're pretty good.
What do you usually order there?
The smoked beef ribs. Yeah, smoked beef ribs. That's a lot.
Now, what about the nightlife? Favorite strip club in the city?
Oh, my favorite strip club. Well, my favorite strip club would have to be, I spend a lot of time at Gold Rush, but my favorite one would be Blue Flame, because, all them strippers bad, man. And I love the strip club. I go about 3-4 nights a week, actually.
Now, why do you go to Gold Rush a lot, but your favorite is Blue Flame?
Oh, because DJ Hurricane, he actually DJ up there. He one of the, co-hosters on the tape.
I see. And what about nightclubs? Favorite regular nightclub in the city?
I usually stay at La Cora. It's not really big, but I kind of like the ratchet spots. Cause man, shit, I just like it. I can't really say too much on it. But other than that, I like Mansion. Mansion, I really feel like I'll be going out there on a Friday. It be a young crowd. You got to know the nights to go to certain clubs.
All right, so we talked about the food a little bit. We talked about the nightlife. Any other spots you recommend someone first time visiting Atlanta go see or check out?
As far as nightlife, any other spots? Nightlife?
It could be anything. Anything. Doesn't have to be nightlife. If you want it to be nightlife, it can. But any other spots to go check out or see first time someone visiting Atlanta?
Of course, you're going to have to go to the, museum, Martin Luther King Museum, because you got to learn the history. You know what I'm saying? We do got a good amount of history in Atlanta, If you can catch a Turner Field, Braves game before they move to Marietta and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Dome, check out all the sites at Georgia Aquarium, all that. Then you also come check out the South Side. That's where I'm at.
Now, what about the lingo? What are some terms or some phrases one might hear in the city of Atlanta right about now?
Food. Yeah, food. What else? I don't know. I don't talk like, a modern day, Atlanta person. I still say shout it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real old Atlanta, so new stuff they be saying, I don't really be trying to, pick up on it.
Now, use some of those terms in a sense, like fool and shawty. Like, how does that work?
Like, you know what I'm saying? What going on, fool? You know, they might call me fool, referring, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'd be like, what's up, shawty? It's the same way, but they just saying fool now.
Now, is shawty just a term for females, or it can be anybody?
Nah, I call pretty much anybody shawty. If I'm, you know, excited, I might be, you know what I'm saying, having fun. What going on, shawty? You know what I'm saying? Dapping up my cousin, you know, a male or male matter. It's just how I'm feeling and how I deliver it.
Now, what about events? What are some events you recommend someone come to Atlanta specifically for? Like, I'll give you an example. In New Orleans, Mardi Gras is a week-long celebrated event out there. Anything special you recommend someone come to Atlanta specifically for?
Auburn Festival, that's always nice.
Explain that.
Auburn Fest is like a big old festival actually downtown, you know, on Auburn Avenue. You know, you have a whole lot of food trucks, venues set up. You might have a little pop-up shop for, you know, performance on one corner. Then on the next corner you might have people, you know, doing drawing, paint pictures and all that. You know, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of activities for the kids. Then, you know, you can check out Auburn Festival, what else? A3C, that's a music festival. You know, it's a whole bunch of different types of music going on. So, it's, you know, they got a lot of stuff going on.
Now, let's take it back a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
Oh, man. I was hold on, let me go get your sister student. You know what I'm saying? I was bad, man. I wasn't necessarily bad. They labeled me as ADD, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was always up, running around, getting into something. But my grades was good. You know what I'm saying? I never got in trouble for bad grades. It was always being destructive or something, sticking something into the, you know, outlet or something, you know, doing stupid stuff, crazy stuff. Cussing in class, I was bad.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
I started working when I was in 7th grade. I was working at Famous Footwear. I worked at Checkers, McDonald's. I lifeguarded for like 2-3 years. I had plenty of jobs, man. Sloan Watermelon in Florida, I did everything for money, you know.
Any crazy customer stories dealing with any of those jobs?
Nah, because, you know, I'm a laid-back person, you know. People, you know, adapt to me. They attract to me. That's the word I meant. They attract to me. I'm laid back. Everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, be cool with Smitty.
Now, what's the worst thing you put your parents through?
The worst thing I put my parents through? I was bad as hell, man. I got expelled. That's one. When I got locked up, you know, in high school, you know, I got locked up a couple times. That's what actually made me go to the service. That's really about it.
Expelled, like you got kicked out of school, can't go back to the school anymore?
Oh, yeah. They moved me to another school and everything.
What's your message to the youth?
My message to the youth, man, really be yourself. You know, don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing, because some fact, you know, I was labeled as ADD, I was in special ed, you know what I'm saying, all types of stuff. But I done did so much with my life, fought overseas, I'm back now doing music. I don't work for nobody, work for myself, you know what I'm saying? So it's always, you know what I'm saying, it's always something out there for you to do, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be out here doing crazy stuff, you know.
Now, speaking of ADD, there's a lot of back and forth with that. There's people that say ADD is a real thing. Other people say it's an overprescribed thing, that doctors, you know, say kids are ADD and they're being prescribed a lot of medicine, a lot of pills. What's your take on that? Do you really believe you were ADD? What's your stance on the whole situation?
I feel like it's real to a certain extent, like, 'cause some people just naturally hyper. Like me, if I don't smoke, you know, I'm gonna be up hyper, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be as laid back as I am right now. Like I be always up on the go. When they was prescribing me the medicine, it did help, but it zombified you, you know what I'm saying? You just be sitting there, you know, just staring off into space. So I feel like that's overrated. But it's a real. I feel like it's a real thing, but you outgrow it.
And smoking, you're talking about marijuana?
Yeah.
So you self-prescribe yourself?
Yeah, basically.
Marijuana.
Basically.
But you also at the same time feel like you outgrew ADD.
I mean, yeah, because it's some fact, like, I can actually sit and concentrate on stuff and get stuff done without smoking, you know what I'm saying? Back then when I was, like, ADD, I wouldn't, like, forget that, I want to do what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm older, I know, okay, well, that's going to have to wait, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and knock this out.
Now, you did some time with the service, the military?
Yes, sir.
And what led to that? Why the military?
I got locked up senior year, kicking doors, you know what I'm saying? And I seen my mama crying, that was really, so that's what really made me change, you know what I'm saying? So I went to the service, did a little time, 3.5 years to be exact, went overseas, fought over there. I was infantry, so I was actually fighting. It ain't no play, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm back home.
So, when you go to the service, I thought there were like prerequisites, like with service, like certain requirements, and I thought maybe not being in trouble with the law might have been one of those requirements to get in the service. So how did that work?
Well, when I got locked up, but the way it had worked out is the person that they had to verify, the witness that they had couldn't point me out the lineup, so they had to let me go. See what I'm saying?
So there wasn't any real serious time or any serious charges?
Nah, not until after I came back from the service.
And why'd you stop doing the service? Why'd you stop the military?
I can't stand working for nobody, It was just a stepping stool. I needed it for money for school, you know what I'm saying? I really made it. It wasn't no career thing. It was just something to help build, you see what I'm saying?
Now, did you rap while you were in the military?
Oh, of course.
So people in the military knew you rapped?
Yeah. People in my squad, they used to always have me rap. Always.
Did you rap anybody else in the military? Did you have battles? Like, how did that work?
No, but we actually had a little group. We had started overseas, to help pass the time and stuff. We would record on my little laptop. We had a little what session was that? I wanna say it was acid. We had acid, and we'd record, make songs. Then, like on certain nights when we didn't have missions and stuff, and they'll cook barbecue. Like we had the barbecue pit and all that. Man, it was really lovely. They'll let us perform and stuff, And people, that's really where I really decided I wanted to, take it serious. Because people were like, boy, you could really, you know what I'm saying? You could really rap.
Now let's talk about music for a little bit. What do you hate the most about the music industry at this point? What's your biggest pet peeve with it?
Right now it seems like they putting out anything, to be honest. Like anything, a song with just sound effects, you know what I'm saying? It's like they downgrade music. It's music, but it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like they add so much to it to make it something it's not really. I can't really explain it, but I feel like they downgrading it. Like they doing too much on some songs. Like, who is it? Black Youngster. Man, he got a song full of sound effects, you know what I'm saying? But then he got good music. I feel like it's like some music some of it just you doing too much. People, I don't know, I can't really explain it.
And who's they?
What you mean by who?
When you kept saying they keep doing it like this, they keep doing it like that.
Oh, like how I referred to Black Youngster, like, that new Panda song, you know what I'm saying? All them sound effects and stuff.
Talking about ad-libs?
Yeah, I mean, but it's just, I feel like a lot of that stuff, like me, I do ad-libs, but it ain't gonna be all that nonsense. I feel like that kind of take away from the song. I want to hear what you're saying. If you, you know what I'm saying, all over your lyrics, I can't hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess I like the simple and fine. I'm a simple man, like Pop said. All I want is money. I'm a simple man.
Now, in the studio, top 3 things you need in the studio.
Gotta have my water. You know what I'm saying? I need water right now. Gotta have my water. I don't necessarily, well, I usually have, you know, marijuana. You know what I'm saying? I smoke a lot, and I just gotta have a positive vibe. That's really it. I can go in there by myself and knock out, you know what I'm saying, tracks and stuff. But then if I got my buddy right there, he, you know, putting in input, give me input, like, yeah, man, that sound good. Or nah, I don't think you should, you know what I'm saying, do that. Then, you know what I'm saying, that helps sometimes. But my three main things, really my phone to write, water, and marijuana. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do.
Now, what type of water?
The Sunny. Oh, yeah. That's all I drink. I get them the liter. They sell them in a liter. I get them, get it the Sunny. That'd be good.
And what about marijuana? What type of strain of marijuana?
Oh, man. I can't really see. I don't like gas. I like flavors, because, you know, gas, it do the same. You know, gas is overrated to me. All of it taste the same, you know what I'm saying? When you got flavors, you might have some Candyland one day, some cookies one day, train wreck, plane wreck, you know what I'm saying? I like flavor. I'm not going to stick to gas, so I can't really tell you what flavor, because I like them all. As long as it tastes good to me, and it got like a nice little, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm good.
What's the realest song you ever wrote so far in your whole catalog of music?
The realest, I say I got two. One called Deeper Than Thought, and the other one called Getting Paid.
What were those records about?
Deeper Than Thought, basically just, it was about, at the time I was talking to a little stripper chick, and she really wanted to, you know what I'm saying, be my girl, you know, but I don't do relationships, so I basically stayed in that, you know what I'm saying, reason why. But it's really a message behind it, because the hook is really saying it's deeper than thought, you know what I'm saying? Just because you think it's something, it's not necessarily that, because you're not going to think how I think. So it's deeper than thought, and it's really, you know, fuck what you thinking, because, you know, it's all about what I'm thinking. And Getting Paid, I made that when my brother died. He got killed. He got killed in December, on December 7th, I want to say. So I made that track. It was really kind of like, you know, okay, I'm about to take this music serious, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he was saying I could do it and shit, and like, he was Young Thug security guard, so it's like somehow I'm around it, you know what I'm saying? So why not take it serious and go ahead and push with it? But, you know, just basically, that song I'm talking about my brother in it, you know, why I do what I do, you know what I'm saying? Why I grind the way I grind, stuff like that.
Now, when it comes to music, and we're talking risk versus reward, what's the biggest risk you took for your music career so far?
Oh, shit, I done been down there homeless. Like, for real. At one point, I was back, you know, kicking doors and stuff. This was after I got service, of course. I was back kicking doors. I done been late on rent plenty of times just to go pay for, you know, studio sessions, pay for shows, open mics, you know what I'm saying? I grind, like, when I say I grind, for real, 'cause I pay for everything out of my pocket. I don't want nobody help, 'cause I don't want to have to owe nobody, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know I moved plenty of time being homeless, missing plenty of payments.
What are your keys to success?
My keys to success, like I said, you gotta have goals. You gotta be patient. A lot of praying, practicing. You gotta take what you're doing. You gotta take your craft serious. You know what I'm saying? If you really believe in yourself, invest in yourself. That's really about it. As long as you know what I'm saying, doing your homework on it, then you're gonna succeed. You just gotta tune in. You know what I'm saying?
So what you got going on right now?
I got my mixtape dropping May 27th, Smitty'sway, on everything you can get music on. You know, you can follow me on my social media at ins_SmittyHo, HO39HOE. I got shows coming up with Swineback. Actually this month, you know, I'm gonna be everywhere. You know, grinding in the city, anywhere they got music stuff going on, I'm there.